Welcome to our next class, students. Let's start with the chapter literary terms. See children, we should be aware of literary terms. They help us in having better understanding of the literature. Clear? So let's know about it. The high point of suspense in a story, that is climax, children. Clear? Then a short story that illustrate a moral lesson or the religious principle, that is what? Parable. Clear? So see, answers are written over here, that is parable. Now the third is any story that is imaginary, that is fiction. It is what? Fiction. Okay. Then fourth is a long narrative poem on a great and serious subject, that is what? Epic. Clear? That is epic. Then the sixth is a repetition of initial consonant sound in a series of words near each other. If the same sound will repeat again and again, rhyming sound, that is called alliteration. Clear? Then after fifth one, a literary word wherein the style of another author is closely imitated. That is what? It is parody. Next is a song like a poem is lyric. Number 10. The opponent of the main character in a story is villain, that you all know. Now this is the brief reference to the well-known character or the event. This is what? Allusion. And then the main character in the work of a fiction is hero. Clear? That is hero. Next lesson is proverbs. A proverb is a short popular saying, usually of unknown and ancient origin, that states a general truth or give advice. Clear? Now you have to complete these proverbs. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. It is easier to tear down than to build up. A fault confessed is half redressed. Number 4. Manners maken the man. Opportunities never knocks twice. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Let the chips fall where they may. Fire is good servant but a bad master. Don't cut your nose to spite your face. Time and tide waits for none. Now the next is match the following with their meanings. Clear? Two wrongs don't make right. What is the meaning of this, children? If someone has done something wrong to you, so if you want to take revenge, clear? If you want to take revenge, that is not the right way to take to solve the problems. Clear? So E part is the answer. If someone has done something bad to you, trying to take revenge will only make the things worse, not the correct. The pen is mightier than the sword. Clear? It means writing is a powerful tool which can bring about revolutions. No man is an island. Means you can't live completely alone. Always you need someone to share your feelings with. Clear? So everyone needs help from others. Fourth is don't bite the hand that feeds you. That means don't act badly towards that person who is helping you or has helped you. Next is familiarity breeds contempt. Again children, familiarity breeds contempt means the closer we are to someone, the more we know about his or her shortcomings. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Clear? You feel more affection for those who love when they are away from you. Clear? Next lesson is famous lines, famous poets. See, first one, my heart is like a singing bird, Christina Rossetti. Then miles to go before I sleep, Robert Frost. A thing of beauty is joy forever, John Keats. My love is like a red rose, Robert Burns. Then water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink, S.T. Coleridge. The innocent and the beautiful have no enemy but time. It's W.B. Yeats. She walks in beauty like a knight, Lord Byron. Our sweetest song are those that tells us saddest thoughts, P.B. Shelley. Break, break, break on the cold grey stone, O.C. Alfred Tennyson. Then Macready, Macready, there is no one like Macready. It's T.S. Eliot. Then all the word of a stage, William Shakespeare, all of you are familiar. Faster than the fairies, faster than the witches, bridge and houses, R.L. Stevenson. Next lesson is Indian authors. You have to name these authors. Known as the courageous writer, he depicts magical realism in his essay and novels. He has mainly written on the link between East and the West. You can underline this. Clear? In 2007, Queen Elizabeth II knighted him for his services to the literature. Who he is? He is Salman Rushdie. Next is, he has written 4 novels which have inspired major movies, making him the youth icon. The New York Times termed him the biggest selling English language novelist in Indian history. He is Chetan Bhagat. A novelist, travel writer, poet and memoirist. He is best known for his epic novel A Suitable Boy. This you can underline. He is distinguished winner of the W.H. Smith Literary Award and Commonwealth Writers Prize, Vikram Seth. A novelist and social activist, she rose to fame with her God of Small Things. Clear? And then which got her worldwide acclaim. She is the winner of renowned award like Booker Prize, Cultural Freedom Prize and Sydney Peace Prize. Arundhati Roy. So Roy, they may ask you question in the form of matchups also, fill-ups also. So briefly you have to read this information. He is a Nobel laureate, novelist and essayist of Indo-Trinidadian descent, means Indian originated. Clear? He is the winner of literary prizes like John Llewellyn Rhines Prize, Somerset Maugham Award, Hawthorne Prize, Booker Prize and David Cohen Prize. Who he is? He is V.S. Naipaul. He is an anthropologist and prolific writer. Anthropologist means study of ancient people. He was born in Calcutta, but his student life coursed across Delhi, Oxford and Egypt. His most popular works are The Circle of Reason, The Shadow of Lines and In Antique Land. Who he is? Amitabh Ghosh. Number 7. He is a popular motivational writer and author of several bestsellers. His first book, You Can Win, was published in 1998. It sold more than 1 million copies. He writes motivational books to change the life of million of the people. Who he is? He is Shiv Khera. So with this, today's class I'll end up. Clear? So I'll continue in the next class. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.